Hey guys, welcome back to Chat with Charlie. So today for our special guest, this is take two, but we're going to go with it. We have none other than Cardiff's finest Hefty, so make some noise, Hefty.
Woo, let's go. Come on. Thank you very much for having me, man. Yeah, we're here. We're finally here doing this.
Yeah, so we were just talking about how me and Hefty are actually, he's one of the producers I've worked with the most in Cardiff. Was originally, the first place I saw you, wasn't it? It was like 3 houses ago, wasn't it?
Yeah, a long time ago, yeah.
Before the pandemic. Now he's got a place in you did have a place at the studio where they do Radio Cardiff.
That's still the same place now.
Same
building,
place,
isn't
same
it?
place.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, and he's always working with loads of different people. So, how do you even get into music production? Let's just start with that.
Oh, here we go. So yeah, first for me, music production. Honestly, if anything, just over 10 years ago, my brother showed me a Vici, and he ordered a pair of big speakers and set of decks for him just to play around at home. My older brother, I wasn't interested in music massively.
Yeah.
Hardly listened to it commercially or on the radio as a kid. It was just something I'd go to every now and then on certain songs. But yeah, started from there. And I watched him DJ and playing all this music that I clearly hadn't heard of, which at the time was like EDM, electronic house music, and all of that.
Yeah.
And I heard Avicii, man, and just the euphoria in that music. I never felt anything before, and it was just like I kept looking into that music and electronic music and spinning records and all them big house tracks.
Yeah,
And I don't know, they just took me by storm, and it was just straight away, this is what I want to do. I want to be a DJ. I want to pursue music as a career. I want to do it, study in education. And then that's all where it started to expand. And I was a DJ, and I was like, oh, how can I become a DJ to get placements and be on the platform, and be a headline? And back then, it was you have to be a producer to produce songs, to be exposed, to then become that DJ on stage. You're like an artist in matter.
Yeah.
So I was like, oh shit, I'm gonna have to learn producing and production. I don't know if I can swear, by the way, but that's
It's fine. You're fine. It's fine. It's cool.
okay, wicked, man. It's just
cool.
gonna come out.
Yeah.
And producing just started beginning. I remember making house tracks, which I'm currently not on now. It's the complete opposite of probably what I do, but it's still something I would wish to pursue in the future.
Yeah.
And then producing started, and then after the producing started, I went into uni, and then the engineering side started. So that's been currently going on for probably 5 years. I haven't even noticed. And I just seen, when I got out of uni, I thought I'm not actually doing anything with the degree. Either way, it's just a piece of paper. It was just, what can I do with what I've done and, present it differently in order to make a financial income out of it in the future. And I was like, I see younger people opening their own studio, having instrumentalists, session players, vocalists, and just recording people and just charging 10, 15 quid. And I was like, I've got such a extensive, diverse knowledge in the industry because I've started from all different genres. I did sound for movies and trailers in university. We did that solidly. We done Foley design and sound effects and granular synthesis. So we studied heavily on sound manipulation. And it's like I studied every area, from all the music, from the pop side to the orchestral side, from instrument tracking to vocal tracking. So I just thought, now I've obtained everything, why not do something with it? And I opened up my studio, which is where I first met you. Tiny little room in my 3-bedroom house, tiny little room. It fit the desk, fit the speakers, and two people. And it was enough for me.
Yeah.
And I feel like everyone says, you chase your hobbies and it just comes afterwards.
Yeah,
and
exactly.
funnily enough, I was always chasing the financial security because I had responsibilities. So I was never able to speak for, I was just chasing it and doing it for fun. No, I was doing it for financial income. But then that all just started to fade away within months of doing it. And you realize you just couldn't be more happy with where you are, enjoying it, looking back and thinking, this is what I wanted when I was younger. And bang, you're doing it. So it's wicked. It is a long-winded one, but yeah, it's just such a wide variety for me.
Because one of the things I was rated about you, sort of that diversity when it comes to your production. I remember some of the tracks that we've made even together that aren't released yet. This is the thing, obviously none of them are released. They need. We're
gonna have some new ones this year.
New ones as well this year. But even just watching your videos and Instagram stuff, you can see sometimes you'll do a drill beat and it'll be full on you got the orchestra drill beats, the strings,
just drill, drill.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then other times you can even go to I remember you do a Kanye type beat the other day, and then you're talking
I've been doing this for years, but I haven't been publishing that. And obviously drill's been the thing I'm publishing. So you say now, this is what you're going to expect to see, all this Kanye influence, proper musical influence.
Yeah. And then we have a track that's almost is a bit more dancey, a bit more electro, which funny enough, my compiled thoughts, who I need to get on the show, but he was on my latest single. He's also on that track as well. So it's just mad the
It's
diversity.
been a long time coming if you think about it, and it's definitely something to look forward to for me. Yeah.
Yeah, and I think personally, like I'm not sure how we first sort of got in touch.
No,
I'm not sure if it was just one of those ones where you were just following a bunch of people on Instagram, or I was following a bunch of people.
probably just started sharing each other's stuff. I can imagine that tends to be how it goes.
But I think one of the first times I did hear of your stuff was Ezra was performing, and this was before the pandemic. And I remember
He was using the beat he didn't pay for, was he?
Oh, calling him out.
Ez! No, it
no.
was time ago. This will be funny.
Yeah.
I'll get him to stream this. He'll remember back in college, we did the little beat, and I think it's the one that goes over you. Is that the one that you performed live?
Might have been. It was a long time ago. So
a long time ago. Yeah, we created that track together, and that I can remember. They were college vibes, and he performed it, I think, or someone mentioned it to me not so long ago, actually. I was like, "Oh, you're still playing that track?" I was like, "Only if I knew, because I'd take it and let's do something with it." But yeah, still.
Yeah, he's got like a fair few different.
Yeah, he's on it now. He's just released his EP, hasn't he?
Yeah. Smoke and Kills. I love the artwork for that. To be fair, I love
the artwork.
Yeah, it kind of stands out. But that goes on to like obviously you're a visual artist as well, aren't you?
Yes. Yeah. So I started off wanting to be a director and a sound effects visualizer. So I started in cinematography, kind of in iMedia in college, and I just worked from home, did a lot of animation prior to music.
Yeah.
So yeah, photography and videography has always been there for me, and I'm like, okay, let's bring it all together. I've always wanted to do productions. So yeah, visuals is where I'm at, which is I want to work more with other people as well, though, because I was discussing with you, wasn't I, a few months ago, get some behind the scenes shots for each other at shoots.
Yeah.
So, yeah, it's gonna be.
Exactly, because I even remember the studio down in I keep forgetting the name of the place, but it's the Radio Cardiff building. But
so it's called Meanwhile House, the building.
Yeah, and where is it for people as well? For people who don't know, what is the actual?
So it's 2 minutes away from city centre train station in Cardiff. It's called Curran Embankment Road. It's where the depot is for Cardiff. Depot is really well known. It's exactly where that is.
Yeah, I was gonna say it always comes up when I go Google Maps. It says depot. I'm just like, there's loads of depots, but yeah.
It is what it is.
I remember because in there you had the whole like setup as well, because there was obviously the is it Rate That Fire, the freestyles you do, is that
no, Rate That Fire is Howie P, I believe.
I was gonna say
that's so
grimy.
Yeah, man, he's killing it right now, to be honest. The Charged Up series is what I've been going for.
Yeah.
So like the idea I kind of approached with that was most pages who do freestyles, they don't, it's hard to put it, it's not their own beat, it's not their own recording time, it's not their own engineering, it's not their own visuals, it's not their own editing.
Yeah.
So I was like, let's make something exclusive to what I feel like is going to be me working with another artist. So I'd get artists in and I'd say, you know what, if you buy that beat, you can do a Charged Up series and I'll do the video for you.
Yeah.
And we just were able to work together. I was able to send different beats out to artists, get a video in, do some visuals. Over that time, I probably should have planned ahead when it comes to the professional look of it, which I look back over now, but that's something to obviously, it's constructive. I want to take it forward, but I'm not too sure where. I just want to make the right move. But yeah, definitely looking to expand for that series.
Because I always remember Jimbo's was one that stuck with me.
Like he's my latest, and yeah, he was my happiest because everything down to the visuals, the filming. We did 2 songs. I just feel like we focused more time and energy into that one, and I just want to keep that kind of consistency up. So yeah, that one. I'm glad about that.
Yeah, nah, Jimbo's sick. He's someone who's really got a passion for the music, because again, I'm not sure how much you spoke to him, but he kind of like, we were doing a thing for the Honey Sessions, which is
spoke to me every day.
Yeah, with beacons and stuff, and he kind of opened up about how when Mali, his mate, like passed away, and everything's Mali's world, it's all Mali, and like this is giving him like a drive, and he's always repping him everywhere, every day. Like I remember on his chain in the video we did, he's got like little like locket or whatever, like Mali's like face on,
and him in there,
honestly incredible. So big ups to Jimbo. I don't know if he's going to watch.
Yeah, his passion does seep through in his music, and definitely trying to get him to work outside the box. He's starting to get onto the melody side, on the singing side. He does really have a good raw voice there. He's just trying to work it and push it at the moment. And he's releasing a lot of new wavy music. So that's
cool.
He's killing it. He's killing it.
That was with the auto-tune, because when I first met you weren't really a big fan of using the auto-tune. I remember that. We were
I remember I had the free one as a joke. I just used to get everyone at the end of a session and just say anything. Remember that one track we did? I can't even remember how it went. This is
Yeah, I just
dreadful.
remember. I remember like we were there. You're like,
Just singing
oh
into it
yeah.
realistically.
We were just kind of
Messing
messing
around.
about, and I remember on cocaine. It was like,
Oh, that's the one. And it was cocaine. It was just going. Oh, it was fire.
just
It
as
was
like we
fire.
were recording the track. That was a decent track actually. I remember, but
I mean, back then, I've defo, yeah, auto-tune's
I
something I've used differently now, but
yeah.
yeah, it's definitely for that sweet, subtle touch. But I do love it when the vocalists have the voice alone. That's the best bit.
Yeah, I was God, because that was back in would have been January 2020. I think this was like before. I remember Pop Smoke was still alive. That's what I remember.
Yeah,
Obviously,
yeah,
rest in
yeah.
peace, Pop Smoke.
Rest in
And
peace, man.
oh, was it Christopher Walken had just come out? I think that was the song
Yeah.
that had just come out, and you like we were both like, what's
Guys,
it?
those are-
Woo! But yeah,
Woo! Oh, bro, yeah, I'm
mate,
telling
yeah,
you, he was an inspiration for me,
yeah.
big time.
Rest in peace, Pop Smoke. But yeah, it was
So young,
different life that was 20 like it's not even that
so young.
long ago. I mean, okay, maybe 2 years now time. I mean, in a weird sense, I think for me 2020 went really quick, and then 2021 kind of went a bit longer.
That's exactly what I said last night coming home from work. 2020 gone. 2021.
Yeah.
It's been all right. It's not been too bad.
To be honest, it might be an unpopular opinion, but first few months of 2021 weren't great, but especially like from summer onwards was might have been the
Yeah,
best year of my life, to be honest. I'm not gonna lie.
I agree. Well,
I'm
I wouldn't
really
say the best years of
grateful.
my life, but the best year of my career, I think, so far. Definitely this year's been a big step. Yeah,
Yeah,
big step forward.
because you've been working closely with again we talked about this before, but
Yeah.
Toby, which is IT
Joby.
Toby.
Joby. Oh, shout out, man. It's
Yeah,
Jobs. You
yeah,
need to change the Insta name, bro. Come on.
yeah. Because I saw that the music video you did where you lost a drone, didn't you, when you were filming that in a tree?
It's still up there. I had so many people message me, oh, just climb the tree. It wasn't a tree with like big branches and everything. It was just like a bush tree, and it was about 10, 15 foot high. I offered money, offered a lot of money. And no one came down. I had all the boys come up there. We tried getting like ladders as far as we could. Couldn't find it. Couldn't see it.
Oh my god.
We lost the drone for the video, but the video came out exactly how we wanted. So
Yeah, the only thing I could think for that was, did you try like a really long stick?
that's what everyone tried. That was the first thing we all tried. So me and Joby were there for about 4 hours afterwards trying to get it. We
Yeah.
then came back later in the evening, and then the following day.
Yeah.
Yeah, we came with different people each time, different stuff.
I'd be literally gutted. Like I'm thinking now because you recommended those the lights that I
Yeah.
for those guys who don't know, I got some new lights literally a couple of days ago. But the way that they obviously they really extend. I didn't realize the tripod goes as
Oh,
tall as it
wicked.
does.
That's good then.
There is actually a visual here for the people who are watching on YouTube. For those who aren't, basically, this is about like maybe 50 centimeters or
Oh,
something. But what I didn't realize is when you it's the same one. Hey,
It's a mirror.
look, it's like another 50
Yeah, it does go
centimeters.
crazy. It's
in
good
that.
for soft boxes over your head. It's really good.
Yeah, and then it goes and like literally like another 50, like again. So I'm like, yo, that's mad. I didn't even realize. I mean, again, is this as sturdy as my camera tripod? Probably not, but does it need to be? It doesn't either. So
No,
it's
it's not
all
taken
good.
away.
But you just like tie like 3 of these together to try and get the drone out the tree.
Oh man, that's a shout. Actually, it's probably up there drenched now. But what can you
It's
do?
probably broken, yeah.
Oh, honestly,
Maybe we have had some strong winds since then, so maybe it's been blown off.
we just couldn't even find it, which was more strange because you could see on the video as it goes back.
Yeah.
The last frame it sees is just like, well, how has it got where that is? Because we're looking right at it. There's nothing there. So,
Yeah, that's mad. They're losing.
oh, it was the worst. It was the best and the worst day ever, and I can finally say that it was a good shoot day,
Yeah.
non-stop, morning till night. Oh,
Yeah.
but it was the worst day losing that drone.
Oh, I do miss those days. I remember the last time I had a full shoot day, like a proper one, was probably when I did the remix for Solo, and
Oh, okay, yeah.
Yeah.
What was that whole kind of day shoot? Was it?
whole day. It was literally I woke up in the morning. It was the day before my birthday. It was the day after my EP had come out, which is the 2nd of April.
Yeah.
3rd of April then, which was the Saturday. Also, by the way, for people who don't know, I just noticed now all these like star sign people are gonna suss me out because they know when my birthday is.
There we go.
Oh,
I don't even know my
allow
star sign, if I'm honest with you.
I'm just gonna have to allow it. Everyone who's like listening will be like, write it down. But Yeah, so second of April my EP came out. Then the 3rd of April we shot a music video, and the 4th of April was my birthday.
Non-stop.
Yeah, we were in the middle of lockdown during this time. We were just about allowed
Oh
to
yeah, it was
travel.
just
About allowed to travel, but like for like work reasons, because like my birthday was just spent alone for a second year running, which was really kind of peak. But anyway, that day I woke up. My brother came with me because he was bored. He had nothing to do, lockdown, so he came with me. Tom came with me. I picked up No Bouchard from Cardiff, and then because he's featured on the track, and then we drove to Chepstow, and we met. I need to remember Jacob White and Anthony. And Jacob White was the one who filmed. He was the one who filmed it, and Anthony did the behind the scenes footage. But they had the drone and everything as well. The weather was great. It wasn't even that cold. I remember my birthday was cold, but like that day was nice. And we were in this big like quarry. I remember.
Yeah.
We saw like kids like there's a little pool. There's like kids jumping in the pool. Of like water where it's probably toxic, but we didn't tell them that. But yeah, it was just a lovely day. I mean, bittersweet though, because that was the day we found out about DMX as well being in the hospital.
Oh, of course, yeah.
Brain dead at that point. He was still alive, but was basically brain dead. But again, those days are just wonderful. But enough of a detour about my little ventures and stuff.
That's good, man. I mean, it's all going to happen again. We're all going to repeat and enjoy this summer like last. So I'm looking forward to it.
Exactly, man. I've got so much planned for this summer when it comes to, it's going to be mad. But obviously all this stuff is good, but we need to fund it. So I tend to ask people, obviously, on this show, being a producer yourself, how are you currently funding your career for the people who don't know?
So pretty much it's been the longest term investment I've ever thought. I started when I literally bought my first set of pair of decks. Everything I've everything I've bought, I've kept. I use it as assets now to pursue, financial income later in the future. So everything I've bought is what I've invested into. The only thing I currently have to outgo is my studio, but I work part-time elsewhere to pay for that. So I fund it myself. Other than that, I'm looking currently for a step up in funding from the government. I want to further like youth academies and things like that. Give kids opportunities to have a safe environment, safe space to pursue, a possible career in music or any creative aspect, whether that be videography, photography. But it's trying to present your business. And then I feel it happens to be sometimes, from what I've heard, it's kind of one little slip up, and it's like they're not going to fund you. Unless it's like fits their criteria, not they fit your criteria. So we'll see how it's a struggle, but I fund it currently. It would be good if there was definitely some government funding.
Because I'm not sure. Do things like Horizons, do they cover funding for someone like you who's running studio?
I believe. I'm not actually too sure, to be honest, because I know they only fund. There's a lot of people looking for applicants for funding for artists and things like this. And then but I've not seen any for like studios, especially because it's like I'm established now. Trying to present a startup business, it's like I'm 2-3 years kind of in.
Next Gen Fund maybe would do something like that. I know there was a bigger one for, particularly for like youth organisations. That was like the I'll have to find that out again for you, because but that was like for grants up to like 50k, like literally it was mad.
When you dabble in the youth side, then they're very willing to do it. And I'd be passionate of youth because I started in a youth club with my mate who I did do an interview with at Radio Cardiff. So like I do want to pursue it. That's where I started. I want to help others do it too.
And because I know a couple guys more Cardiff Bay way. Do you know Zippy? He's like, do you know Magugu?
Name rings a bell.
Magugu, the pigeon rap artist. Mags Magugu.
Oh yeah. I literally commented on stuff the other day. Slipped my mind.
He's an incredible artist. Shout out to Magugu. But Zippy has worked with him before. And works with him quite a lot. And Zippy also works in a youth club. And he obviously like teaches all of these like kids like basics in music production and some camera stuff. Because I remember back then I was literally just started using my camera, and he was like, if you ever wanted to, you could come down and you could teach these kids how to use a camera. I'm like, I don't know anything about cameras, but it was something like, I forget what the saying is. It's like, if you know like even just 10% more than like 90% of people, then you can teach. You can teach something, which is quite a cool thing.
Anyone,
like even the basics, like you'd be surprised at what you can teach with these things. But I think another thing Again, we'll have to see how much you know about this because I've kind of only really started like learning bits about it. But NFTs, music production.
Yes.
Is that
I've
something
not
you
looked
think
into
you'd
the
be
music production side. That's are they doing that? Are they? I know they've done
a lot of it's
like
images,
avatars. Yeah, yeah.
but you can sell like an image with music behind it as well as an NFT now.
Okay.
There's I think Nas is going to do NFTs for his, again, for a lot of people who don't understand, this could be like right over people's heads, so let me just explain.
Oh, of course, yeah.
NFTs and classed as a non-fungible token. Basically all it is you can basically own like a piece of virtual art, and you get like a little like copyright thing to say you are the proud owner of this piece of art. This is what it's like. It's basically ownership of things online. And now, as like, you know, musicians and stuff, for example, Nas, who I mentioned before, is going to be selling royalties to set a couple of his tracks. But as a producer, you can create an exclusive beat or an exclusive project or album. Tory Lanez did this. He released an album that was an NFT only. It had 1 million copies that you could buy, and I forget how much. It was only like, it was $1. It cost $1. Obviously the equivalent in the coins, or whatever. But 1 million people could buy that, and it sold out. So 1 million people bought this this album, and they have rights to own this project now. One of my mates bought it.
In value as well. That's wicked.
Yeah, and he made $1 million from an album release. And I think it sold out in a couple of hours. And you think nowadays is like, you know, again, both of us being musicians, like, I can be honest and open. Like, how much money have I made from streaming in the last few years?
Yeah.
Probably $100 max. That's being honest.
Yeah.
I don't know about yourself, but
streaming, that's difficult because the only way you can kind of gain income is monetization, sponsorships.
Yeah.
You know, and then it's your own investment to the promotion and marketing anyway. So you're not always guaranteed that back in your pocket and engagement. So
yeah, but like, you know, obviously with these NFTs, again, you know, maybe as a producer yourself, if you can find someone, I mean, you do visual art anyway. If someone can create a little graphic and then you put music behind it, this could be, again, for people like me, you and me, who are music producers, this might be more of an avenue for us in the future. Like, this could be...
It's true.
People could look back on this and be like, oh, Charlie and Hefty spoke about this back in, like, the beginning of 2020.
No, because they're always saying, like, think of your next step, aren't they? Like, what's the future?
Yeah.
What are you going to do? What's the next thing? To be fair, I see you probably dive deep in that. Me, I'm weirdly, like, I'm a wake up. What is today? Where are we at today?
Yeah.
Let's do what, like... So it's crazy, like, thinking of that is so mad because you see BeatStars now and it is the way forward for a lot of independent people. But I just weirdly haven't gone for it. I don't know. I personally don't understand why. I think maybe it might be lack of effort. I don't know, but I've got it everywhere else I need it to be.
You've also, I think for you as well, like, it's a different circumstance. I think, again, there will be people who are listening to this, and you've got to remember, like, I'm running everything from my home. I live with my parents, so in a weird sense, I've got less responsibilities than you because you've got your own studio. You need to hold down an actual job. I mean, I used to work part-time as well. I remember we talked because the part-time jobs we did were quite similar, weren't they? You know, retail and that. But
retail, let's go.
Let's go. Barney Artist, funny enough, was in a retail job until I think it was the end of either the beginning of last year or the end of the year before. But he was the same. And you think Barney Artist just did a UK tour. By the way, incredible guy. I met him. He's
That's wicked.
Yeah, he's. We spoke about my puppy as well. He shared it on his Instagram page. And signed the CD to my puppy. Like,
oh, is it? That's wicked.
Yeah. I'll have to find it. But he was the same. He was the same, working part-time job. But you got to remember, like, I kind of now have that time where I can be like, cool, I've got a full day of work. I've got to do music full time. I'm going to do music full time. So realistically, it'll be be the same. Probably the same for you. Like, as a musician, you can't wake up and like have 6 hours sleep and then spend 18 hours just making music. Like, you're gonna burn out, and you need to realize that there are other things you need to look at as well. So I've got mates who are into like different spaces. Like, I've got mates of mine who were selling loot kits on Twitter, which is something, again, you could do because a
lot of people have been telling me that recently. The problem I have is like you are, I'm the one-man band.
Yeah.
But it's such a struggle. I take all the online clients, so like I wake up, do work. The next thing I got to get onto is revisions and mix and masters. Every week I'm booking out. I've almost got 3 studio chats now that are full of people who are just booking out weekly. Like, and every week's just booking out full of people. And now people are struggling because they need time and I can't provide. So I'm looking at dropping a day in work and opening up on a Sunday so I can get 4 days in there. But it's just starting to pick up so much. And then on top of the videos, the visuals, just producing for myself, promoting myself, doing my own singles, my own music. I don't even have energy or time for that. So for me, it is a wake up, sit for 12 hours at the desk, chill out for 2, 3, 4 more hours, do some marketing for 2 hours, and then it's just keep rolling and rolling. It's just talking to clients day in, day out is so heavy. You don't even realize it. It's crazy. So I wish I could find the time. So I think I need to make more effort for that. But again, it's trying to literally squeeze that time in between everything. Yeah,
because I think everyone's goal, because we were speaking of Don recently, Don the Prod, he's recently gone full-time in music as well. Obviously, big ups to
big
that.
up, man.
Yeah, big ups. Anyway,
I honestly, I rate you both when you both told me you're going full-time. Big up, it's a big step, man.
But like, I think the other way to look at it is it's like a supply and demand thing. Maybe, again, I'm not like, all your customers might come at me now for saying this.
No, crack on.
Maybe it's come to the point where you need to charge more per hour.
Well, the thing is, it was the yearly thing. I did speak to my partner the other day. I was going to charge only just the extra £5 more, but the problem I always felt is when I wanted to go studio as a kid and I didn't have those opportunities, to get 20 quid together, I know they get EMA and some sort of help, but to get 20 quid together for 1 hour, which probably won't even guarantee you a fully professionally mixed, mastered song. It's a lot of money. So then to go up £5 more, so then it's just the way I see it, it's 2 hours now would be an extra £10, which maybe someone might not have. So I like to keep competitive as well, especially for the service I provide. I tend to notice that people are very hesitant at first when it's with me because it's not aesthetically the most pleasing. But the moment you go in and you leave, every person's come back to me with incredible feedback that does honestly, it hits and it goes such a long way and it makes you work 10 times harder. And then you start to realize that, your craft is actually better in you, vice versa. You're better in your craft. So
because it's about obviously you got to prioritize time. Again, I don't run a studio, so I can't really say. I'm just thinking about like when it comes to when I'm working with clients, like I'm kind of fortunate that the services I provide tend to be quite high, like high ticket, high cost items, rather than I might do. For example, if I can
ones online, aren't they? You were mentioning before, Fiverr.
If I can do a song a week for someone online, that covers my bills like easy. Like,
oh wow.
This is what I mean. It's because of the way I position myself. There will be a lot of people who will try and undercut, and that's great. Like, I could maybe sell more if I sold what I do for a tenth of the price, but would I get 10 times as many customers? Maybe not.
Okay.
That's what you got to think. And then obviously it's a lot more effort and a lot more work. So it's about positioning where you're at. Like, do you think like if we like you and me had a career change and we started selling houses, and you were getting like a 10. I don't know. Again, I don't know how house sales work. I'm just it's just an example. Just an example. And you're getting like 10% of every house sale that you make, and you're selling a house for like 200, 300 grand. Do you know what I mean? You only have to sell like a few of them, rather than if you're like, cool, I'm going to sell, I was going to say Lego houses, but Lego's expensive these days. Like if you had like a little like miniature house things, you'd have to sell loads of these houses if they're all
loads of them, exactly.
$10 a piece. So it's kind of like let's just say dolls houses, like a doll house for like a $10. But it would be like, you'd have to sell more dolls houses than you would have to sell of these actual houses. So that's kind of the perspective I've got when it comes to...
It is a very fair point. I mean, that's what I was, again, talking the other day. I was like, I've got Fiverr online now. I just need to set it up fully, present my gigs. Because I've got such an extensive background, it's kind of hard to establish it in one format, especially when it comes to promotion. A lot of clients don't want to see 10 different things. They just want to see one thing they want, which is there. So it's trying to sort that out. And that wouldn't be a per hour service, unlike studio is now currently. That's for online mix masters too. Anyone who sends their stems online, it's just the same per hour. But online, I was looking to present, a sudden price, like you said, it's a set price, certain project.
You can do, there's like people per hour is a website you can use as well, which is kind of similar. Right, okay. People can sell services on there, and that is per hour. But I found like, again, you're a busy guy, but I'm quite in with a few of the like music producers societies and stuff, like groups on Twitter. And
wicked.
a lot of them guys I know. There's a guy called Andre Mariette, and he produced on Kota the Friends' last album, Lyrics to Go To. Some people will know that here. It's at that stage. Some people will know. You know, he gets a few million views on his releases and stuff. He was saying that most of his income as a producer comes from returning clients, which again is something that you will have as well. There'll be people who keep coming back
for
to you
studio. It's returning clients for studio. Once they've come in and seen what they can get, it's constantly non-stop return then from them.
Exactly.
There seems to be some people you lose, but they come back later on. So it's like sometimes it could be over a year. Do you know what I mean? 2 years, and it's like I never realized that's what it'd be. I thought it'd just be new people. So,
but that's different, because the way that I tend to work tends to be like a lot of them are one-off. Like, cool, we have a business, we're doing this startup. That's one of the reasons why I even know what NFTs are, is because a lot of people they come to me like, cool, we got this project that we're starting, we need a song for it. Can you create a song for us? And I will go from there. And then it was like sync deals. I literally was just scrolling through TikTok before. I never used to be for TikTok. I'm not sure. You're not. I don't think you're active on the platform.
I don't have it downloaded, but I really enjoy Reels and YouTube Shorts. So same thing applies.
I was never someone who I thought, oh, look at these. Like, I'm not like dissing myself here, but I'm like, look at these kids. They're like teenagers. They all look a certain way. They all have this specific look. I'm not gonna lie. I don't have this specific look, you know. I'm not a skinny.
I don't think any of us creators have that specific look, to be honest.
I'm not a skinny dude with long hair and like a really chiseled jawline. You know, I'm here like, you know, it is what it is. You know, I'm a 21-year-old who looks 40. That's kind of. But yeah, it kind of like developed to the point now where like I feel like I've said this too many times on the podcast about I was reading 50 Cent's book. He was talking about when trying to get Lloyd Banks on Instagram when it first started, and he never did.
Okay.
But I feel like we're in the same place with TikTok, where it's like it's just starting to transition to more. Like there's more stuff now that is on there. But I was just scrolling through, and I saw a guy talking about sync placements and sync deals for music producers. This guy got a song on a TV show that he produced. Somebody else re-recorded it. They asked him back for a second series, and suddenly he's getting all this income, all these royalties then from this every time the TV shows are playing and stuff. So I'm thinking, sync deals, is that something I've got to look at now as well? But it's just there's so many avenues, so many routes when it comes to that. You got to like just think outside the box when it comes to music.
With music for sure. I definitely want to pursue the Foley side later on. Do some commercial work and work for sound on movies.
100%.
Yeah, that's where I'm at.
I think that'd be really fun, to be fair. I'd love to do some adverts.
You should jump on it, man. Literally, just get a little trailer online. I'd probably say 1 minute to 2 minutes, nothing too crazy because it does get hasty. Yeah. And just go outside with a microphone, start recording stuff, manipulating it, get on granular synthesis and stuff. It blows your mind.
One of my mates is on the granular synthesis stuff. His name's his name was Gray as an artist, but it changed because somebody else was also called Gray. He's called Days Gates now, but shout out to him. His real name is Gray, so shout out to Gray. He's up in Scotland.
Come on, shout out.
But he's got he used to do this. It was like a jokey like podcast, like radio show, and it was called like Poot 69 FM or something. And he has fake adverts for fake products, and I'm thinking. But it made me laugh. Some of them were actually quite funny, and some of the stuff he had. They're all like jokey songs on there as well. But I'm thinking like, if I did a project, and I could have like The Weeknd did it with Dawn FM, and he had like not adverts, but like radio segments. But you could have like fake adverts for fake products on like a concept album or something. It'd be really weird.
So crazy. I know. Hey, it's different. I don't know. Explore another option.
Yeah, like a music video where you like. You can create your own world around these things, and then people get absorbed into it.
But, of course,
yeah. It's always cool to have that kind of the insight and look into that. But again, me going off on my side tangents. Like for you though, like just generally, then what's the plan going forward when we're seeing Hefty as with the studio music production?
I want to. Personally, I wasn't planning to pursue. I'm not a singer. I'm not an artist. I don't plan to pursue that.
Hefty's got bars.
Well, recently I have been working on some new stuff that I've kind of taken a bit more seriously. I used to make stuff as like jokes to show other people to help encourage clients that, you know what, no matter what you say or sing, I'm gonna help sound like magic. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah.
So whereas now I was like, why not actually just try and present? So I've done a few tracks. I've showed a various 10 to 15 people, and every single person's kind of looked back and like, but this is you. Like, music's music. It's all theory. It's all like, there's all fundamentals. There's the sonic spectrum. If it sounds right, it sounds right. And that's how my ears ring. If I don't like something, I'll turn it off. I'll move next. It has to sound so damn right. Otherwise, I won't like it. I won't enjoy it. So I decided to pursue that kind of, but I'm not publishing it. I'm just showing it to a few people. It could be a possible avenue that I go down. It wouldn't be as myself. I wouldn't say necessarily masked up. It just wouldn't be me. It'd be like a bass hunter vibe. You know, say you released a song and you just have someone else play the video. Like, it's just the music I really care about. I don't need to be the face of nothing. So there's that avenue at the moment. There's the visuals, so the videography, photography. I want to get more into photography with artists, try and help them market their work, because I think a lot of people are just taking photos of themselves or not making the most benefit when getting photos. When you go to the studio, just take 3 different jumpers, make it look like you've been there 3-4 different times. There's many different things that I've heard.
Pro tip.
Doesn't matter. Get nice shots. You make your portfolio look nice. You know, you're going to have a catalog worth of photos that you can keep posting and keep publishing, help your audience and your consumers. Like, oh, he's working. Like, let's go, you know. I'm going to keep watching him. He's working. He's posting. Doesn't mean you are. And then there's ultimately there's producing. I just want to pursue more of that side and work and collaborate more, man. Last year I said, I'm going to make singles with other people, and I just didn't do as much as I wanted to do. More or less like a Steel Bangles. So, you know, artists get together. Steel Bangles gets all of his guys together. He's like, okay, let's make a track. And he's the name of the track, and there's the artist featuring. I want that relationship, that vibe. I've worked with it many times before with other people, but I want to start reaching out to others now and being like, okay, what music can I go forward with? I have a lot of people saying, oh, can we create an EP? Can we do this? Can we do that? It's kind of a struggle to get the time for me to create an EP, record, get you in the studio between everyone else, for me to do the production on that as well as that. And then the visuals, the photography. It's like, it is a job in itself. As much 100%. As I say I want to go down all these different avenues, everyone's telling me to go full time, to be honest with you, bro. I think it's just an insecure thing. So
it's a scary jump to make. It is for real, but I think for me, deciding like when the right time was for me, work was really affecting my mental health. I don't know, like obviously if it's been
the last year has been dreadful in co-op. Like I've said to my manager, I'm not very vocal with management. I would like to go in and work as hard as I can, leave feeling achieved. But recently I've been speaking to him and being like, it's not healthy what goes on in some people's work. I've seen it happen to other people, and it's like, it's happened to me. But I'm sorry, I didn't want to interrupt. Go on.
It's fine. No, that was, you know, genuine, like a question, obviously for yourself as well. So there was that. I remember I took a month off for my mental health in like May, like end of May, beginning of June, and that did a world of difference. To be honest, that's where I set everything up for myself. Best thing I ever did.
That's good.
But I just remember I was kind of like where you're at, doing just non-stop working on everything. Like when it through end of June, July, August, very beginning of September, I was doing like 16-hour days. I was like going to work like 2 till 11:30, coming back, responding to clients, finally getting to sleep at like 1, waking up. By the time it got to like 9 o'clock, I'm like working on recording music, tracks for clients, back on it, and then straight away, like maybe have like some food. I wasn't even able to go to the gym because I was just too busy.
And then literally just that hour break, go clean the place or eat some food.
Get my clothes together for work, and that was it. Like on my break at work, and then it got to the point where I felt like I was losing money being at work. Like I would feel like I was missing out on clients while I was serving customers for £9 an hour. So I was kind of like, right, something needs to happen here. And remember, it was actually my mum. She was like, because I was about to have a week off, and she's like, look, you know, you don't need this job anymore. Making enough. I was making more from my side hustle than I was from my real job, as it were.
Wicked.
So, and then it came to the point then it was like, you know, I had to decide whether I was going to just have a break from work and have like 6 months out, because you can do that with a lot of places. You can have like a career. Might be an option for you, but I just thought at the end of it, I was like, nah, you know, look, the time was right. I'm making enough to support myself. I've got some saved up if anything wrong had happened, like, you know, if it just completely dried up.
Yeah,
I've
yeah.
been alright for a couple of
You
months.
know, yeah.
And that was it. I just thought, right, now's the time. And my camera stuff had just started, and I'm just like, now I've got all this extra time. The scary part is not having a structure.
Mm-hmm.
That's for a lot of people that can throw them off. But when you set that in place and you're like a dedicated person, you sort it all out, organised like you are, you can get so much more done. It's unbelievable.
I know. Just hearing how good it sounds to go full time makes me just want to go full time. It's just I don't know. It's the security. I mean, I wish I could be in a position like you are. You know, it's
I'm grateful for that.
Spot to be in. You know, it's good. It's luckily, my mum always provided for me, but it's just I've moved from 5-6 properties now, and I've had to move the studio every time and like constantly refocus my energy into pursuing a career. So now I've got like a comfortable place where I am. It's good. But I physically have to work co-op with overtime to pay for my house here and to pay for my studio. If I drop out co-op, I can't turn around to my landlord and my other landlord and go, in a month's time, my clients are I can't do that.
Yeah.
And it's such a tough position because I see other people do it. And it's what holds me back, and I know it, but it's just so tough, man. It's so tough. I mean, I'm torn between two. And it's so annoying. I love my job. I do love my job now, luckily. So it's so good.
Yeah, hopefully. I mean, it'd be nice by the end of the year to see you make that step. I think to go full time.
Well, I said to my other half, I think the next move I need to maybe do is drop 1 day a week in my shop. So I'm just there 2 days now instead of 3 or 4, and just work there 2 days a week, 2 flat days.
Yeah.
And because like you literally said about 10 minutes ago, or 5 minutes ago, you realised you weren't able to serve your clients, online. Yeah. But you're able to serve, people in store, customers for £9 an hour. That literally, I just deep back. So I looked at the wall thinking like, oh my God, like that's turning around clients who would pay triple, quadruple what I'm earning in co-op. And I've never really thought about that, if I'm honest with you. I should just take the uniform off and go do that 3-4 hour job. And that's. Yeah.
Honestly, it got to the point where I'm thinking, I should literally just take a day sick, because I make more money if I'm not going in.
Never thought about that, I don't know what it is. I've never thought about it.
Yeah, so again, saying that, I almost feel like I need to get Don on here now, because he's obviously done
He's just done it, to be honest. Yeah. We should do a group one, to be honest. A few of us who are kind of in the same boat maybe one time, like 3-4 of us.
I think that would be cool. And maybe moving forward with the podcast, it's got to be a few things like that. I'd like to do, more, just get people involved.
Get different groups together, I think. A few artists, maybe, engineers, producers. Yeah.
Because I feel like, again, it's good as well, cross promotion. There's people who see this who've maybe, for some reason, never heard of you. I don't know how.
Cool. Well,
vice versa. People tune in. So that's the main reason I do this, because
wicked.
Again, the time it takes is not much. Like the amount of input versus the output, it's a good trade off at the moment. And again, like I don't really see too many people providing a platform like this podcast. So again, I think it would be good to maybe get people, down. Like you say, a group one would be cool if I can sort of schedule that. I think so.
Yeah, I'd be down for that for sure. Yeah, I'm definitely trying to do that this year, especially because I've got the studio space. My dream, being young, was to literally grab a bunch of people together, producers, musicians. Yeah, and I'm sat there thinking, I book out my studio every week full of clients, but I can't make the time to get a bunch of people in to really enjoy the fun side of what I wanted to do. So I said to a few people already, that's exactly what I want to do this year. I want to get 3-4 of us in a room, just producing, cooking up, making music, see what happens. We don't have to be so like, are we going to make something? Just see what happens. And I got the space to do that, and I've just not been utilising it. I don't know why.
I normally end up as therapy sessions when that happens, though, I'm not going to lie.
Yeah.
someone's going through something. It's like, oh yeah, me and my partner, we've just been having some it just doesn't no, but when that happens, when it really works, it's beautiful.
Straight back to the music, man. I got a lot of new shit coming out this year, and I think a lot of people, I've had a few clients recently, you just do drill, isn't it? No, that's exactly why I've always been insecure to publish my music for the last 4 or 5 years, when I've really been doing it professionally. It's like, I feel like people are going to listen to that song and view me as that in one. No, that's just what I'm currently releasing, because I happen to get that one done the easiest, because it's drilled. And I'm saying the fundamentals are there, and it's, as much as I do enjoy it, it's the heavy side to my feelings, whereas like all this Kanye music, all this musical side, this saxophone, drum instrumentation, everything. Like it's not this sample stuff. I'm just going ham at it now. Like I'm back as the kid I was, you know.
Nice.
So definitely want to explore it. Yeah.
Right, like I said, before we go though, where can people find you, Hefty? This is what we need to know.
Oh, okay. I don't like this one. So Instagram, Hefty UK, Hefty_UK.
Yep.
Find me there. It's got all my links, whether it's to my YouTube for my beats, or whether it's just to see some content on my page. So yeah, Hefty UK.
Yeah, cool, nice one. Like I say, I will link it in the video as well. So thank you for coming on the show.
Love for everyone coming. Thank you.
Yeah, no, big ups and thank you for that.